Hello, Heartland fan, welcome back. Ty is back, and Heartland will never be the same. After years of heartbreak and unanswered questions, the man who once shaped Amy Fleming's journey has made a shocking return. But what does this mean for Amy, who has fought so hard to move forward? And how will Nathan, the man who's been her rock, handle this unexpected twist? This season of Heartland promises to be one of the most emotional yet full of love, loss, and second chances. Old wounds will reopen, loyalties will be tested, and the future of Amy's heart hangs in the balance. Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about Ty's return, the family's reaction, and the drama that's about to unfold. At the heart of Heartland has always been its deeply rooted family connections. But Ty's return sends shockwaves through everyone on the ranch. For Amy, this moment is nothing short of a whirlwind. Years have passed since Ty left, and during that time, she has faced her grief, discovered strength she didn't know she had, and found a new sense of purpose. Nathan's unwavering presence has given her hope when everything seemed lost. Yet, seeing Ty standing at the gate looking like a man burdened by regret, but also longing for redemption opens wounds Amy thought she had healed. Jack, the family patriarch, is cautious but visibly moved by Ty's return. His protective instincts kick in immediately. This is his family, and his first priority is ensuring Amy and Lindy's safety. However, Jack's relationship with Ty has always been complicated, a mix of fatherly pride and disappointment. Now, seeing Ty back on the ranch, Jack struggles with whether to welcome him or challenge him to prove his intentions. Lindy's innocent excitement is both heartwarming and heartbreaking. For her, this is a dream come true. A father she only knows through memories is finally here. Her joy is contagious, but it also raises the stakes for Amy. Ty's presence in Lindy's life could be the second chance Amy has always longed for, or it could unravel everything she has worked to build. Nathan is the most visibly shaken by Ty's return. He has stood by Amy through her darkest days, supporting her as a partner, friend, and father figure to Lindy. His love for Amy is real, and his bond with Lindy is strong. But with Ty back, he knows everything is about to change. Nathan isn't just competing for Amy's heart, he's fighting to protect the life they've built together. His calm exterior begins to crack as he grapples with what this means for his place in their lives. The larger Heartland family reacts in their own ways. Lo, ever practical, tries to mediate and offer advice, but even she can't ignore the emotional chaos Ty's return brings. Lisa, the family's voice of reason, encourages everyone to take things one step at a time. Tim, on the other hand, is uncharacteristically quiet. His protective instincts over Amy clash with his respect for Ty, creating inner turmoil. The emotional tension in this opening episode is palpable. Every glance, every word, every unspoken thought carries weight. Ty's reason for his absence is understandable, but it doesn't erase the pain he caused. He speaks of personal struggles and needing time to find himself, but the question remains, is that enough to heal the wounds he left behind? Amy finds herself at a crossroads. She wants to believe in Ty's return and his promises to make things right, but she's also cautious about risking her heart again, both for her own sake and for Lindy's. Nathan's unwavering presence has been Amy's lifeline, and the idea of losing him terrifies her. Yet, the pull of her past with Ty is undeniable. Ty's surprising return isn't just a personal journey, it's a catalyst for a fierce clash between two men who both claim a part of Amy's heart. On one side is Ty, the man who once shaped her life, and on the other is Nathan, the steady force who has helped her rebuild it. Their interactions begin cautiously, with each man assessing the other, but it doesn't take long for the underlying rivalry to surface. Nathan has always been a man of quiet strength, but Ty's return tests his patience and composure. He's no longer just facing a battle for Amy's affections. He's grappling with the fear of losing the family he has come to view as his own. For years, Nathan has been there for Lindy, guiding her as a father figure and sharing in Amy's joys and struggles. But Ty's reappearance threatens to unravel everything, and Nathan feels the ground shifting beneath him. Ty, for his part, is no stranger to struggle. His time away from Heartland was filled with challenges, and returning home takes immense courage. He knows he's walking into a storm, but his resolve is clear. He wants his family back. Their first direct confrontation occurs one morning at the ranch. As Amy tries to navigate the awkwardness of Ty's return, Nathan and Ty find themselves working side by side. The tension between them is thick, with unspoken words hanging heavily in the air. Nathan finally breaks the silence, his voice calm but firm. "You being here changes everything," he says, his tone steady but tinged with warning. "Amy's been through enough. Lindy's been through enough. Don't make it harder for them." Ty meets Nathan's gaze, his expression unwavering. "I'm not here to hurt them," he responds. "I'm here because I still love them. I know I've made mistakes, but I'm not walking away again." The exchange is measured, but the undercurrent of tension is clear. Neither man is willing to back down. Their rivalry isn't just about winning Amy's heart, it's about proving who can provide the stability and love that she and Lindy need. Caught in the middle, Amy struggles to find her footing. She values Nathan's unwavering support, but Ty's return stirs emotions she thought she had buried. Every interaction between the two men leaves her more conflicted, and she begins to question what she truly wants. The rest of the family feels the weight of this brewing conflict. Jack keeps a watchful eye on both men, wary of the impact their tension could have on Amy and Lindy. Lou tries to mediate, encouraging Amy to take her time and not rush any decisions. Lisa, ever the peacemaker, offers words of wisdom, reminding Amy that love is as much about forgiveness as it is about trust. Meanwhile, Lindy remains blissfully unaware of the tension between Ty and Nathan. Her innocence stands in stark contrast to the emotional complexities surrounding her. She loves Nathan for the stability he provides and is thrilled to have Ty back, unaware of the storm brewing between the two men. As the days pass, the competition intensifies. Small moments to stepping in to help Lindy with her horse or Nathan offering Amy a quiet moment of reassurance carry enormous weight. Every gesture, every glance, is loaded with meaning. The ranch becomes a battleground of emotions, with each man vying for a place in Amy and Lindy's lives. The tension reaches its peak during a family dinner. What begins as a simple meal quickly escalates into a heated exchange. Ty shares a memory of his time with Amy, a moment filled with love and laughter, and Nathan counters with a story of how he helped Lindy through a tough time. The competition for Amy's attention becomes impossible to ignore, and the atmosphere grows strained. Overwhelmed, Amy steps outside to clear her mind. She's torn between two worlds, her past with Ty and her present with Nathan. Both men offer something she values deeply, but choosing between them seems impossible. This rivalry sets the stage for the emotional heart of the season. It's not just about who Amy will choose, it's about how this choice will redefine her life and the lives of those she loves. The stakes have never been higher, and the journey ahead promises to be as heart-wrenching as it is captivating. Amy finds herself at an emotional crossroads, one that feels impossible to navigate. Tay's return has stirred up a whirlwind of memories, feelings, and questions that refuse to settle. On one hand, Ty represents her past, the love they shared, the family they built, and the dreams they once had. On the other, Nathan has been her anchor, the steady presence who helped her rebuild when her world fell apart. The emotional pull between her heart and mind is relentless. Every glance at Ty reminds her of the deep bond they shared. She recalls the laughter, the adventures, and the quiet moments that define their relationship. But those memories are shadowed by the pain of his departure, the loneliness, the unanswered questions, and the struggle to move on without him. One evening, Amy retreats to the barn, seeking solace among the horses. As she brushes Spartan, her confidant in times of uncertainty, she speaks softly, barely above a whisper. "How do I even begin to make sense of this?" she murmurs. Ty's back, but so much has changed. "I've changed." The barn's quiet comfort offers no answers, only the soft rustle of hay and the familiar scent of leather and wood. For Amy, it's both grounding and isolating as she struggles to reconcile her past with her present and decide which path to take. Meanwhile, Nathan senses the internal turmoil Amy is experiencing and does his best to give her the space and support she needs. He avoids pressuring her, but his quiet persistence speaks volumes. One afternoon, he finds Amy sitting alone on the porch swing, gazing out at the horizon. Nathan watches her in quiet contemplation, sensing the weight of her indecision. He speaks softly, his voice filled with understanding. "You don't have to go through this alone," he says, sitting beside her on the porch swing. "Whatever you decide, I'll be here. I just want you to be happy." His words bring tears to Amy's eyes, but as comforting as they are, they also deepen the burden she carries. Nathan's unwavering support reminds her of all he has done for her and Lindy, yet her unresolved feelings for Ty complicate everything. Ty, for his part, isn't oblivious to Amy's inner turmoil. He knows his return has disrupted her life, and he understands that rebuilding trust will take time. He gives her space while also trying to reconnect with Lindy. Watching his daughter grow into a confident, vibrant young girl fills him with both pride and regret. One afternoon, as Ty and Amy walk the ranch together, he finally breaks the silence. "I know I've made things harder for you by coming back," he admits. "But I couldn't stay away anymore. I need you to know I'm here for you and Lindy for good this time." Amy's response is measured and cautious. "Ty, it's not just about showing up. You left us when we needed you most. How can I be sure you won't do it again?" His face reflects a mix of guilt and determination. "I can't change the past, Amy, but every day since I left, I've been working to become the man you and Lindy deserve. I'll do whatever it takes to prove that to you." Their conversation ends in an uneasy truce, but Amy's doubts remain. She knows Tay's words are sincere, but sincerity alone can't erase the pain of the past. As Amy wrestles with her emotions, Lindy unknowingly becomes a voice of clarity. One evening, as they sit by the fire, Lindy looks up at her mother with innocent curiosity. "Mommy, can't we all just be happy together? You, me, Daddy Ty, and Nathan?" Amy's heart aches at the simplicity of her daughter's wish. She pulls Lindy close, pressing a kiss to her forehead. "I wish we could, sweetheart," she whispers. But sometimes grown-up problems are a little more complicated. The pressure to make the right decision begins to take a toll on Amy. She withdraws more often, seeking solitude to sort through her thoughts. She reflects on the life she's built with Nathan, the stability, the partnership, and the shared dreams for the future. But Tay's return has reignited something within her, a spark she thought had long been extinguished. Her internal struggle manifests in small, poignant moments: a lingering glance at a photo of her and Ty, a fleeting memory of their wedding day, or the way Nathan reassures her with a simple touch. Each moment feels like a thread pulling her in a different direction, leaving her tangled in uncertainty. As days turn into weeks, Amy realizes she can't avoid making a choice forever. Her decision will affect not just her happiness, but Lindy's sense of stability and the family dynamic as a whole. It's a choice that demands courage, honesty, and a deep look into her own heart. The tension finally reaches a boiling point one evening during dinner. The unspoken rivalry between Ty and Nathan simmers until it erupts. Words are exchanged, tempers flare. Amy stands abruptly, her voice cutting through the chaos. "This isn't about you two fighting over me," she says firmly, her gaze shifting between them. "It's about what's best for Lindy and for this family." Her declaration leaves the room thick with silence, but in that moment, something shifts. Amy knows she must take control of her own story, face her fears, and make a choice not based on guilt, obligation, or the past, but on what truly feels right for her and Lindy's future. The path forward won't be easy, but it's hers to choose. The undercurrent of tension between Ty and Nathan slowly builds until it escalates into a full-blown storm, shaking the very foundation of Heartland. Both men are driven by their love for Amy and their commitment to Lindy, but their motivations couldn't be more different. Ty, fueled by guilt and a deep desire for redemption, is determined to reclaim his place in the family he abandoned. Nathan, on the other hand, represents the stability Amy has come to depend on, a constant presence who has supported her through some of her darkest moments. Their conflict becomes inevitable, and as the days pass, the atmosphere at Heartland grows charged with unspoken tension. At first, it starts subtly. The two men try to outdo each other in small, seemingly insignificant ways. Nathan offers to help Jack fix a broken fence, only for Ty to step in and insist on handling it himself. During a family dinner, Ty shares a story from his time away, hoping to reconnect with Amy, but Nathan quickly redirects the conversation, subtly reminding everyone of the life he's built with her. Jack, ever the watchful observer, notices the growing tension between Nathan and Ty. He decides to intervene, hoping to ease the conflict before it escalates. First, he speaks with Nathan in the barn, reminding him that the situation isn't about winning or losing, but about what's best for Amy and Lindy. Nathan admits his struggles, feeling like he's losing everything he's built with Amy since Tay's return. Jack reassures him to stay focused on Amy and Lindy's well-being. Later, Jack confronts Ty by the creek, challenging him to face the consequences of his return and the pain he caused. Ty acknowledges his mistakes, but insists he's here to make amends. Jack warns him that rebuilding trust will take time and that Nathan won't step aside easily. The tension between Nathan and Tay comes to a head during a horseback ride with Lindy, who is unaware of the underlying conflict. As the men subtly compete for Lindy's attention, their unresolved emotions boil over into a heated argument. Lindy, sensing the tension, pleads with them to stop, expressing her desire for everyone to be happy. Her heartfelt words silence the men, forcing them to reflect on their actions. Ultimately, Amy makes a decision. She chooses to stay with Nathan, prioritizing stability and the life they've built together. While Tay is heartbroken, he accepts her choice, acknowledging that he only wants what's best for Amy and Lindy. The two men share a moment of mutual respect, recognizing that their love for Amy and Lindy unites them despite their differences. The story concludes with a sense of quiet acceptance. Amy feels a newfound peace in her decision, and the family begins to heal. The themes of love, resilience, and the strength of family shine through, leaving hope for the future while acknowledging the challenges of moving forward.